And another thing that's really important in fighting depression and making any of the most lasting changes in your life of any kind is something called commitment. You can commit in a relationship. When you get married to someone, often a lot more can come out of that if you're both really committed to each other, if you're both committed to making it work, if you've really jumped in that boat together, you're really in it together, you're really working toward it, and you're not thinking of all the other possibilities. Similarly, when I have made commitments to something I really want to do on a personal level, I have 1,000 times more chance of achieving that goal. Recently, I've played around with this in the context of fasting. If I really commit to fasting on a certain day, 100%, I'm not eating anything that day, it's a lot easier for me than if I don't commit. If I commit, I may get hungry, but I know in my mind it's not an option to eat something, and my mind won't keep going around on it. I won't keep thinking of it. If I don't keep thinking of it, then it's not going to happen. And similarly, if we commit to our goals, our strategy, and our game plans in our fight against depression, there's 1,000 times more chance that we're going to be successful and we're going to move through it a lot quicker, and there's going to be less ups and downs and back and forth. So commit to your strategy, your game plan, and to the things you want to implement. If you want to stop eating ice cream, commit to stop eating ice cream for one day. I had the hardest time with masturbation. It had become an addiction that I was using to assuage myself from the depression. There were multiple times when I made a commitment to stop this behavior. And there are also multiple times when I failed. But again, the strength of that commitment helped me in that process and ultimately stopped a addictive behavior and all the addictive behaviors we have as we're trying to kind of assuage our depression just make it harder to get out of depression. So any addiction you can stop is going to make your battle against depression progress faster because you're not suppressing it any longer. You're directly fighting it. And the more you fight and you get down to it at its level, the faster you're going to be able to fight through and work through it. So make commitments. Now, these commitments can be for a short time, can be for a longer time. Sometimes psychologically, it's easier to do it for a short time. You can commit to not eating ice cream for one day or for 1 hour. In Alcoholics Anonymous, I learned that they say how many days of sobriety they've had. They say, I am sober since this date. I am sober. Now, if they mess up, they go back to that. They start again at day one. I've been sober for 1 day. And they take it further than that. You could say, I've been sober for 6 hours. I've been sober for 1 hour. I've been sober since 30 minutes ago. But it's I am sober since that time. And they are committed. So you need to take commitments. There's different ways to do it. If it feels overwhelming to you to commit for a longer time, you can commit for a shorter time, a week, 3 days, day. But you need to make commitments. If you commit to getting off of medication, make that as firm a commitment as you can while still being medically reasonable, so you don't lose the most important things in your life or kill yourself. But aside from that, try to face the depression for what it is and be committed to not going back onto medication. Likewise, be committed to facing the depression head on. Be committed to not looking for other outlets, looking for other things that temporarily make you feel good. Be committed to experiencing the depression for what it is, understanding it for what it is, facing it for what it is, and fighting it continuously with all the tools in your arsenal, with the most effective tools, until it's gone. So I want you to commit with me now, and you can pause this video, you can take a moment and get out a lead pencil or a graphite pencil and a white piece of paper, with or without lines. And you can write clearly in big, bold letters, I, in your name, commit to ending my depression. I commit to ending my depression. I commit to ending my depression. And you can go ahead and pause this video and continue filling the entire rest of that page with that line until it sinks in, till it gets even deeper into your mind that this is real. You're doing this process. You're committed to it. It's not going to be easy. The depression will try to pull you back into it. It will keep surfacing those depressive thoughts, and those loops. It's going to be hard to get out. But it always has to leave you gaps for the remaining free will that you have, to have little gaps of awareness here and there. And at least in those gaps, you're making the commitment to look at the depression from another angle, to look at it as something that is just lying within you, but not actually part of you, and something that you're going to be able to lift off, and you are lifting off piece by piece. You're becoming freer piece by piece. And you're committed to this process. There's no way that you're going to give up, because it would be too painful to give up. It wouldn't be worth living to just be in a life of endless depression controlling your life. There's actually no way back. And even if you're not committed, that just means you just keep lapsing more and more back into the depression. It's not even worth living that life. So there's no point in not being committed. We're in a position where there isn't another good option. The best option, and it is the only option, but now you are consciously making it the only option for yourself, is to get out of this depression and be committed to facing it head on for what it is. It's past impressions that have gotten accumulated, intertwined. It's tricked you into believing it has something important to say or contribute on a really disturbing but true level. You've in a sense become addicted to the negative sensations of the depression, and it's an ingrained pattern that you're used to. But now you're committed. You're committed along with me, along with everyone else in this video, but mostly, hopefully, by now, and you can rewatch this as many times as you want, and you can speak with me. We can have a call. We can talk through your specific situation, whatever it takes. I want you to be 100% committed to ending this depression and having 100% confidence that it is possible, in spite of all the bad experiences that you had, and in spite of how the depression seems to be never ending. It's a fact that it is possible to get out of depression and end depression. And I want you to commit to yourself now and recommit to yourself every day. Every day, for the next 10 days in the morning, remind yourself of your commitment to end depression at all costs, no matter what. There's nothing that depression can throw at you, no situation that might come up that's going to change your mind, that's going to change your conviction to end depression. And I can't say once and for all, because it's not once and for all, it's a long battle. But in the end, yes, you are going to end depression for good. And I want you to commit to that now.